Welcome to Chapter 15 of Storming Babylon. In this chapter, we will continue to explore the exciting and action-packed world of this thrilling book. We hope you are enjoying the story so far and are eager to find out what happens next. As we delve deeper into the plot, we encourage you to immerse yourself in the exciting events that unfold. From thrilling action scenes to heart-pumping moments of suspense, Storming Babylon is sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. We appreciate your support and hope that you continue to enjoy the journey we have in store for you. Thank you for enjoying the story, and we look forward to sharing more with you in the upcoming chapters. Chapter 15: Bonds of War.
Dom and Jackie had escaped Chinatown and were now in Little Italy, near a place Dom used to frequent. They approached a street performer playing a gentle flamenco tune under a small awning to stay dry. Her guitar case was open, and despite the rain, it was full of coins, a testament to her skill. Dom told Jackie to keep an eye out while he talked to the woman. Jackie saluted, then started making beeping sounds and rotating his head around after each beep. It was amusing enough to make both Dom and the busker laugh.
Nice pumpkin you got there, mister.
Her smile was genuine, her accent Irish, her situation unenviable. She kept playing her tune as she enjoyed Jackie's antics.
Thanks. His name is Jackie. I'm Dom. You look like you could use a hot meal and a cot.
Dom dealt with folk like her before heading to war. The Fae would bring over Irish people in droves to handle menial tasks, not bothering to think about their livelihoods. Turns out, the 5 boroughs were already chock full of people who had no time for Irish invaders. There was still a thrum of xenophobia in the city streets.
I could use a bit more than that, mister. You got any cash to give a woman down on her luck?
She didn't beg, nor give him the doe eyes most beggars do. Dom gave her a good once-over, looking for details. He found one that caught his attention.
That cape you are wearing is a nursing uniform cape. You served?
Yes, sir. I got off the boat at Normandy just after the landings. Stayed until the boys busted the bulge.
Dom had been in the care of the nursing corps on more than one occasion and remembered the charnel houses they worked in. Each one he visited had been a small piece of hell. No one could come out of that kind of work completely sane.
Boat got us back. A guy friend of mine got us a place to stay. We were getting started when
the guitar kept playing, but the woman was lost in some past horror.
Something bad happened.
Dom finished. Their eyes met as they shared an understanding. Poor people ended up in the slums. The slums were feeding grounds for creatures with a certain palate. Something hungry had shattered her life and left her broken on the street. Dom felt ice in his bones. He could see it all now. An Irish woman in a panic and probably on the run. A lot of people in town would treat her poorly. He wouldn't be one of them.
I have a deal for you. You give me your coins. I'll get you some real cash and directions to a guy who could use an extra hand in his sandwich shop. I know the guy real nice. Has an extra room for let.
It was her turn to look him over. Her suspicions were raised, but her desire to eat kept her in the conversation.
I need my coins, mister. It's how I get by.
She stopped when Dom pulled out $5 and offered it to her. Her breath caught in her lungs. It was obvious she had not seen that kind of cash in a long time.
I mean it. Maybe he will let you play a few tunes, as well. We soldiers gotta help our own.
The guitar went silent. She stood and carefully took the cash. She was wary and had every right to be, but they both knew she needed what Dom was offering. Her eyes never left his.
Any tricks?
Dom shook his head. She wiped a grateful tear away before pocketing the cash and helping Dom gather her change. In short order, she had her guitar away and a page from Dom's notebook. They shook hands and parted ways. Dom hoped it worked out. It would be nice to hear her guitar the next time he visited the sandwich shop. Now, to deal with Caruso. Lemmy Caruso, a fellow war veteran, started a business selling items he brought back from the war. Those initial sales got him into the antique junk and tacky souvenir business. Caruso had shared wartime tales with Dom and taken him into his back room from time to time since they returned to the States. The man soon discovered a lot of people in the city had firearms and no good place to get ammo within the city limits. He had acquired enough tools to make any legal ammosmith green with envy. He had a no questions policy and hefty charges for his illicit ammo service. The way he talked about it, he had clients that ranged from lowbrow criminals to local cops. Even with this in mind, he was selective with his customers and kept records of all his transactions to cover his butt should things turn sideways for him.
Hey. Look what the cat dragged in. You look like you are about to drown in that crap. Get inside and warm up a bit.
Caruso was built like a fortress. He still wore his issued pants and tank top, relics from the war. Dom shot the man a wry smile.
Hey, Pigeon Boomer, how are things?
Caruso pretended great offense.
He told you the rice story once and you never let me off the hook.
Dom smiled. It was good to see Caruso again. Caruso came out from behind his booth to clamber down the row of knickknacks and tourist trap garbage he hustled to people who wouldn't know just how authentic his offers were. The good stuff was always in his back room. He gave Dom a hearty handshake.
What brings you in, Sergeant? And what is that crap on your forehead?
Dom pulled the busker's change out from his pocket and held it up.
I ain't a sergeant no more, bud. I need some work done, Lemmy.
Caruso eyed the change with disdain.
Not with that, you ain't. We're friends, but that wouldn't buy a capire.
Dom corrected him.
Nah, Lemmy. I need these turned into bullets for a line pistol, a 1911. As many rounds as you can squeeze me, and I needed them yesterday.
Lemmy stopped a minute and gave a hard thought to the offer.
Nah, Dom. I'm busy closing for the night, and besides, those ain't lead. Needs to be cooked a long time and he ain't got that kinda stove.
Dom persisted.
I need them, Lemmy. I need them worse than you know, and I need them before I leave.
Lemmy took a step back and looked Dom up and down. He crossed his well-muscled arms and shook his head. Quote,
He have been in this business a while now. He know a desperate man when he see one. He don't do gun business with desperate men, no matter how friendly.
You're right, Lemmy. I'm desperate here, but not crazy desperate. I got men coming after me. I need to get these made to get them off my back.
Lemmy was not convinced.
You slept with the wrong man's wife. You mixed up some trouble that the cops can't fix.
Dom searched hard for a good answer. He didn't want to lie to his friend. But he knew Lemmy would never believe the real reason. They had been friends for quite a while. When Dom had the itch to vent his frustrations on a few bottles, Lemmy had always been his ticket and ride along. He had even offered to sell Dom an unregistered pistol a time or two, but Dom had refused. Dom played his answer out in his head.
Yeah, Lemmy, I met a Chinese mystic who convinced me making a weapon out of street change was the best way to get rid of zombies.
That would have flown like the Hindenburg Zeppelin after the fire. Instead, he said,
I have some underworld trouble. I have some thugs who want me dead and they are a bit too persistent.
Caruso didn't like it but conceded with a silent nod. He flipped the open sign around and locked the door to his shop.
Come on, buddy. I have no lead in the back to Armaboro until Christmas. It'll do the trick better than some dirty pocket change.
No.
Dom said with a bit too much conviction.
I need bullets made from these.
He proffered his feeble offerings again.
No can do. Lead is the best way to do this. Anything harder will go clean through without as much stopping power.
Dom nodded, more to himself than to Lemmy who walked in front of him.
That is exactly what I'm gonna need, Lemmy. These guys are tough.
Unless they walk around in some damn thick body armor, you don't need punto vita secondaria did you piece of guys in body armor.
Dom shrugged, nodded, and smiled at the same time. He hoped at least one of them would placate the man. Jackie piped up.
I don't get it, boss. Didn't Lemmy agree with you when you told him you were so low on bang, you had to shoot pocket change at them?
Dom rolled his eyes. If Caruso could see or hear Jackie, he would have laughed. It was true he had said that, on more than one occasion, during the many war stories they shared. However, Jackie couldn't understand the hyperbole involved in the tales. A moment later, all three were hovering over the ammunition bench. Lemmy was already quick to get it prepped for work.
This is gonna take a bit. He'll need to melt those down. It's going to take a blowtorch. And it's going to ruin some of my casting molds after uno form them. Then find the .45 casings uno is lying about somewhere.
Dom looked at the shelves surrounding the workbench, finding casings, powder, and all manner of gun parts. For all the experience Dom had with shooting, crafting guns and the bang may as well have been magic to him.